Hey, good afternoon, everybody. All of you who have texted me or called me and have not received a response from me, here's my response to everybody all at once. It's difficult for me to talk for long periods of time, so I wanted to just let everybody know how much I appreciate your response to my illness. My coronavirus journey started out with what I thought was just asthma attacking me more than usual. I was using my inhalers, but for a day or so I had a headache, slight headache, and I was just feeling kind of listless and weak. God is so good that He nudged my daughter's heart and spirit to take me to the hospital because upon her observation, I was barely breathing. So she took me to Kaiser, which is where my coronavirus journey began. That was 75 days ago, as of today. And once I got there and they took x-rays, which I think you guys have seen that picture, 90% or a great percentage of my lungs were infected with pneumonia. So initially, I was diagnosed with a severe case of pneumonia, only to find out after being tested for the coronavirus that I had contracted the coronavirus. After being in the hospital a couple of days and having to be on 90% oxygen, and them doing what they thought was best, they shared with my daughter that they needed to move me to a different hospital, and there were some things that needed to be done in order to preserve my life, because at that point I was not really breathing at all on my own, other than 10%. So the story is a little cloudy to me, because from that point, other than what my daughter shared with me, I don't remember a lot. I understand that at some point I had a collapsed lung on the left side. I understand that I had a severe case of pneumonia, and that ultimately they made the decision to do what is called ECMO, and that primarily is life support, where they are breathing for you and pumping your blood in and out of your body because your body is not able to do so. When I woke up, and I don't know what day it was, from April the 21st. I don't know how many days passed, but I woke up with machines everywhere, oxygen running on one side, my blood flow running on the other side, and me not really knowing where I was. By this time, I was moved to Emory Hospital, or Emory University, where I was in intensive care. They had to put a tube into my, just below my neck, to get me to the point where I could breathe on my own, because there was some type of blockage preventing me, or preventing the oxygen from doing the job that it needed to do to clear out my lungs and get me to the point where I could breathe on my own. So after going through that process, the normal period of time for a person to stay on life support, my daughter was told, I think the maximum period of time is a week. Well, I was on life support for 3.5 weeks. And by the grace of God, I survived. God is a good God, a wonderful God. He is magnificent. I've been told, even by the staff in the hospital, that my healing time frame has been miraculous because I am now at home and learning how to walk all over again, and even at a point having to learn how to talk as well. So now that I'm at home, there are some things that I could use medically that would help me get back on my feet, besides the exorbitant medical costs that I incurred from being in the hospital. Your gifts financially will be greatly appreciated.